I'm online. Guess what I'm watching? Watching my favorite girl.
Going, and we're all just really thrilled, and we all kind of got together on the Zoom and just basically was like, whoever you got, found it so helpful, and yeah, that was really nice. And then I took a little
I love this girl. She's so pretty. My little cutesy sister. She has extensions in. She's inspired me to put in mine. Actually, I have not put these in like such a long time. She hasn't been on live for such a long time either. So pretty.
actually watched their reunion.
Really pretty. Here we go. What do y'all think? Cute, right? So pretty. The cool thing about extensions is it's like you really already have like another extension of beauty on. So you already feel 10 times prettier, you know? That's what heels do. I love. I'm currently doing nothing. At least I have extensions in, you know what I mean?
And I'm like, I don't know what to share or what to talk about, or I feel like I've already shared so much of my life.
She talks about nothing, and I love it. All day long. I have her on and she just talks about her pillows, her decor that she just put up like 10 months ago. I just watch her talk about nothing, but it's entertaining because I just watch these girls of like, what is like the next best thing in life right now? It's that, you know? Like 24 hours a day and I'm laughing, you know? Not me, apparently. This is my life. It consists of nothing right now. It's kind of sad. Because I'm usually pretty busy. So yeah, I have my extensions in. I have a black outfit on and nothing really interesting happening in life right now.
But I don't actually have time to curl it, so I've just left it straight and in a ponytail. Here we go on a walk.
Thing is, I curl my extensions so they blend in pretty well. You know what I mean? Look at this. They blend in with like my top half to the bottom half, and it turns out pretty pretty. Versus it just being kind of straight and kind of blah. You know what I mean? So I kind of like it. It's really pretty on one side, not two sides. You know.
Comes in full swing. I'm just feeling.
What do you think? Watch this girl talk about nothing all day. It's kind of funny.
Really cozy and watching autumny Christmas films. I'm like really craving that.
Just kidding. She's actually really fun.
Colder, crispier, like mornings and lighting candles. Actually taking the bath and body order yesterday. Hopefully that will arrive in the next
Here's what it is.
week.
Welcome to October 15th. Not much going on. What are you guys doing?
And into the new processes. I've got a fun couple of days. Chilled but fun.
I was watching Lydia. I'm sure you guys know that I watch Lydia too. And In the Fro. My top 3 girls is Zoe, In the Fro, and Lydia. I watched them for hours and hours. Just to see their lifestyle, like what do they do all day, you know? And it's just everyday life.
Surely.
In the Fro is more of fashion. Lydia is more of like marriage. And Zoe's very holiday. She's a very like homey kind of a person. She's really fun. She's so pretty.
I think it's just the tone of voice.
So it's interesting. And then naturally Stephanie is all about fitness and health. And then Tammy is a businesswoman. I love her. She has her own line, 2 children, and just kind of living her life, you know. It's kind of very interesting to watch. Full head of hair. Really pretty. I put on some heels just to feel better about myself, you know. Really nothing else to do. And then like extensions and like another add-on, you know. So just kind of like Makes it like gives it a little more of a bouncy feel, you know. And
It's beautiful.
really pretty. I like it.
We've just noticed this little field where Poppy and Sean trained Sydney for recall. Has some sheep in it that aren't supposed to be in here. They've come through. What are those gates called? Well, they're supposed to keep them in the field they're supposed to be in. I know. I call them kicking gates, but I don't think that's the technical term for it. But they've somehow pushed themselves through. They're obviously trying to get back through, otherwise they'd just be chilling in this field. But they're still standing by the gate.
It's cheese goats.
Rescue them back into the field.
So I got a dentist. I went to my doctor's appointments. Yeah, so folks, I haven't been on like 3 months, but like it's fine, not a big deal. Life goes on, and I literally go to the doctor's a lot, so just kind of doctor's appointments left and right, but just health oriented, you know.
We need a sheep dog.
Feeling really well and just kind of relaxing, not really working. Just have a lot of work to do. It's common sense to me, but for some people, they're stupid. This is pretty though. There's nowhere else to go here. There's like nobody here. I'm in a ghost town. Sad. Trust me, I get mad every day. It's not how I like to wake up after my divorce.
It's not easy to get you through.
This is pretty though.
I did help get 2 through.
Really, really pretty. You'll think.
Yeah, look at Poppy with the dogs.
Right? Cute. I'm obsessed in a blocked, legged, skinny-legged dragon bone jeans. But this is cute. I like this.
Sydney.
So cute. Optimistic, calm, happy, and chill, and super relaxed, and you know. But I like a full head of hair.
Literally no idea.
But I like it more like one side, like this. You know, like that. That's cute, right? Versus like both sides, it's like way too much. I wouldn't wear it like this. I don't think it would be like really pretty, maybe. But like on one side, I think Zoe would agree more than anybody. But it's cute. So just join me on the night.
Purple as well. That's crazy.
I love that she's putting in her extensions. It's just cute. I like that. It's cute. I did too. I don't like them being sewed into my hair. I like them being clipped on my hair. Makes it easier to take it off if you're going anywhere, or if you're like not in the mood to curl them. Just put them in, or you can take them out. So it's kind of cool and easy versus it being like sewed in. You know what I mean? So.
Monday evening, and everybody else is outside. We've got Sean, Steve, and Lexi around, and we are doing a film club. Now, this is something we decided to do a couple of weeks ago, just because we want new ways to hang out that don't involve going out and doing activities around other people. And we often go around to people's houses and watch films anyway, but we thought we could make it a little bit nicer and really like make a proper thing of it. So every other week, we go to somebody else's house, and that person chooses the film. So we've pulled names out of a hat, and we are going to alternate. And the first movie night person is Alfie Day. Just so happens to be Alfie's birthday on Thursday. So we thought we would tie this movie night in as like a birthday thing, all of us together. So Alfie gets to pick the film tonight. We have a no phone policy. So none of us can use our mobiles or click on our mobiles. We are purely going to watch and properly digest the film. I don't know about you, but a lot of the time,
I usually never eat my movies.
not really paying that much attention to the film. So that's
Is that real?
what.
That tiny little rabbit. Wait, is it underground? It's so cute.
You know what I mean?
It's actually
Skin is so much better. I've been kind of like not doing anything to it, just kind of leaving it be, you know. This part's kind of going away. Everything's documented YouTube. Like I literally have dots everywhere all over my skin. It's annoying. And then my face has finally like, cleared up. It's actually starting to like get all these pricklies out of the way, you know what I mean? But overall, the body has gotten so much better. Proud of it, happy about it. Kind of getting back into the flow, back to like the raw lifestyle. I've been pretty well. I've been documenting everything. You know, my brother bought an air fryer. I'm still laughing. It's hilarious. We're in Washington State, so it's a little bit fishy to me. We all don't like fried foods up here. We like grilled or baked, not fried. We don't eat fried food here. My family, we've never fried food ever, so it's interesting. It's weird. Yeah, so I've been writing down everything. So let's see. Yesterday I had a detox day. Monday I had a detox day. So Monday and yesterday I had like a nice detox day. So Monday and then yesterday, Wednesday, right? So today's Thursday. Like a detox day, felt pretty good, and just felt kind of super relaxing. It kind of clears your mind, it clears your gut. You know, your body's getting through circulation, just a lot of hot. I usually do hot with lemon water throughout the whole day, because then I have like a good 10-hour night's sleep, because your body's just going through like a massive detox. You get a little bit tired, and it's just going through a massive circulation of just like your blood circulating. And I usually like to do like chlorella or spirulina pills, and my blood is just being circulated. It just feels so bomb, you know. But yeah, I've been writing down everything. I've been pretty good. So I haven't been on here for 3 months now on YouTube. Just kind of given myself a little bit of a peace of mind. But I've been writing down everything. You all know that. And a lot of people ask me about my routines and things. And I'm pretty open about everything. And it was super fun. Now it's kind of boring. Literally nothing's happening in my life right now. I don't like it. I'm not proud of it. I'm bored as fuck. And I've been trying to get back on my feet because I've been messaging a lot of people. I would like to outreach people because I believe nothing just is handed to you. You're supposed to like reach. Oh my God, you know. And if I always ever wanted anything, I would have to like message all the photographers, videographers, product samples, collabs, influencers, give and take, or just kind of like a lot of business stuff. And I've never had to. I've always been very busy doing that, you know. So I believe just sitting around is going to get you nowhere. So if you girls want anything in your life, just keep run and chase your dreams and goals, because that's how it's supposed to be. But lately I've just been lounging around. Anyways. Yeah, I've been writing down. I've been very raw. So I've had dates, walnuts, beans, and chips today. I like to keep I don't know if this is really bad or if this is really good. I've been like around 400 calories a day. I don't count calories. And everything I eat is water anyway. So I've been just kind of writing everything down just to kind of see what goes in and out. Because like, if I would sit down today and be like, oh, let me take an average of my last 3 months, you know? And I don't like fruits. I'm not a really big fruit person. So if I'm craving sweet, I would just have like a handful of dates and call it a day, you know? Maybe a banana, but like not really, you know? Super simple, nothing crazy. But But I've done protein balls, which is a date, peanut butter, and chia seeds, and cacao powder. Those are really good for you. But I don't know if I've been pretty bad or good. I think I've been pretty good. I still don't know how people have like 5 meals a day, but that's not in my head right now. I'm just giving you guys an update. What's been going on. Super chill. Super chill. Like, this is stupid chill. Oh yeah, and then I had a Saturday detox day. So I did Saturday, Monday, and Tuesday. I had 3 detox days this week. And I've been trying to consume less than 500 calories a day, but I don't count my calories. I think this is funny. I never count my calories. I never, like, I just write down what I consume, but I don't ever count them because they don't matter to me, you know? Like a cup of beans, it's like 100 calories, but they're good for you. It's water, you know? People like sit there and I think you should digest your calories if you're eating pizza and pasta and cheeses and dairies and all these different like rice and shit, you know? Bread. But like as a raw vegan, it's just funny. Because I'm like writing down like tomato, cucumber, lettuce, and onions. And oh my God, 3 pickles. Okay, 50 calories. I'm like, this is funny. So I usually don't write. I don't usually count anything. I just like to write down what I consume, you know, like cauliflower. And it's like cauliflower is like 95% water, but it says it's 60 calories. Okay. Chickpeas, the tomato. It's like, that's kind of stupid, you know. Anyways. I had 3 detox days in the last week, and then I had one last Thursday and Wednesday. I like to have one a week and Monday. So I've actually had 4 detox days last week and then 3 detox days this week. Just been trying to, I don't know, I'm just not really, I think I'm just not doing anything. So it's not interesting, you know, to just sit there and eat all day, you know. If it was for me, I would have got myself up and running a long time ago. But if you all know, I've been going through divorce and everything just got really stupid and messy and ugly. And I was just like, I don't know what the fuck is going on. Just watch a movie. You'll be fine, you know? I'm over it. But like, I like these extensions. Super cute, right? Cute. I had girlfriends invite me over on Friday night to go for a girl's birthday party. I like to go out with people that are somewhat inspiring, you know? Like if I have ever went out with people because it's my time, I like to go with people that inspire me. Like, let's talk about something besides your sick child, you know? Unless it's like my BFF from like 5th grade, that's a whole different conversation. But if it's just for people that want to have fun and I'm not really like, I don't know people, I usually like to just chill at home. I'd rather watch a movie. But I didn't go out. I thinking, should I, should have not? Maybe in the future I will, just to kind of get out of the house. I like to dress up. I haven't dressed up in a while, so I'm a little bit bored. So it's kind of stupid. Everything is kind of really stupid. But I'm wearing like, so I'm selling my clothes right now. I'm selling my clothes and I'm wearing these clothes at home. So I'm selling these rag and bone jeans. I got them for $300. I'm selling them for $95. I'm selling a lot of my clothes for $95 because what I want to do, I want to sell them and I want to swap them for something much newer and fresh. Because I have a lot of like neutral colors and I want a little bit more of a brighter color. So like this is from Topshop and these bottoms are from Rag & Bone. I think they're like $2.95. They're really pretty. Oh my God, they're so cute with my Alexander wings. I wore them out today with my All Saints gray tank top, which I'm selling as well. I'm selling my Alexander wings. I want new ones. I just want to take that and swap them for a brand new one because they're my favorite. Out of my whole closet, I love my Alexander wings because they have a rosé bottom. They look good with dresses, skirts, thigh-high socks. They look really, really good with jeans, black jeans, leather jeans. So my thing is I want to buy a new jacket. I want to get rid of my leather jacket and my 2 G-Ross Star puffy jackets. I want to get rid of everything because I just want a new closet. I want like a long padded jacket. I saw a few ones, really cute ones in Zara. Just kind of like renew everything. because I've had this closet for about a few years now, but I haven't worn out any of those clothes, but there's really nowhere to go, you know. I would take them traveling. I would take them to business events. I would go to like all kinds of classes and things. I would have clothes to wear, but here I'm still trying to get used to it, and there's really not much to do here. So I'm just kind of like trying to figure out like what the next step is. But I think the next step for me is just to sell everything and get an upgraded wardrobe. Shockingly, in Seattle, it's a lot of sales here. So not in LA, not in New York, not in Miami, but in Seattle, there's a lot of sales. So I just want to like sell everything and just like upgrade my wardrobe. At least I'll get excited about something, you know. I haven't been recording because it was a really big headache for me. Every single time I would start recording, I'll get anxiety and I can't focus through one recording sitting because there's a lot of kids in the house, a lot of people, it's too loud, and I can't just sit and talk to you guys. I would have to like go outside because it's just like, I'm like, I can't do my job normally because I'm being interrupted every 3 seconds. So I was like, no thanks. I'd rather do nothing, you know, because it was just like way too much. It was just like interfering with my mojo. So I was like, no thanks. Updates. So selling my apartment is full of, like, I literally just need an apartment to move into an apartment, put all of my furniture in there because I have a full apartment of stuff. Like, God, it's so beautiful, Italian things. And then I have a full closet full of Nordstrom galore. I bought everything at Nordstrom, and then I bought everything in an Italian store on La Brea in California. And then even my extensions were like $500. So I'm just trying to like revamp everything. These I will never give away. They're so pretty. I only wore maybe like 5 times, a handful. I don't like wearing them out anywhere because there's nowhere to go. And then got rid of my car. I don't have a vehicle, but I do have a $5 bus ticket anywhere I want to, which is kind of funny. So it's 5 times 30 if I go every day. Super cheap. We'll see about that. I'm not happy about any of the things that happened after my divorce. I'm not proud of it either. It's just been so annoying. Oh, and then I have a whole inventory of liquidations that I've done that need to be sold, just like 10,000. So I'm not, just a lot of shit went on, and I'm not happy about it. I'm not proud of it, and I'm annoyed because everything turned out so sideways. It got so messy and ugly, and I called all of my mentors and friends for help, and I got a big fuck you in my face. So I'm not happy about that. I will never pay another dime for mentor ever again as long as I live. But besides that, I have not been here with you. I've not been live on Facebook, and I have not recorded for anything that has to do with like work-related stuff. Because work for me matters a lot because I know what internet connection means. You guys have no idea. When you are a business owner, a restaurant owner, or a retail owner, you have the customer that's right in front of you. You only have 1 to 1. You know, here I have 1 to a million, 1 to a zillion, you know, 1 to 7 billion people. So for me, I would take my laptop and my phone everywhere I go. For me, just makes sense, you know? Instead of reaching out to one human being that's in front of you at a retail or at a restaurant. If you are a restaurant owner, if you are a retail owner, I respect you. You'd probably give the world to these people. This is why people give away free shit all the time in like retail stores or restaurants. Oh, I'm sorry, let me give that back to you or whatever. It's because they know the power of like one-on-one. But I have the power of like 1 to 7 billion. So you get to choose what environment you want to be in. And I saw this a long time ago and I was like, oh my God, this is so fun. So all of my minions and all of my, I call them children because you take care of them, you know, you take care of them as if it's your child. You give anything to your child, you know, they're your customers. So you treat them like children in a sense, and you would treat them so beautifully. And I prefer that over anything. I prefer one-on-one connection virtually every single time. Unless if it's like business events, outside work, side hustles and stuff like that, I get it. But I prefer virtually every single time. Because I watch these girls like Zoe, she's in Australia, I think. She gets like 1 million views in like 3 days. She has 1 to 1 million that's 1 to 1 million who she's talking to. You can't get 1 million. People throw events 4 times a year and they get 50,000 people in one event. 50,000, like there's really big names out there. They do one event, it's 1 to 50,000, you know? And maybe they'll get memberships. Maybe people are gonna get like the VIP packages and buy their products, whatever, right? But these girls, like they sit online and talk about nothing all day and they get 1 to 1 million every 3 days. You can get the same, actually more of an impact on a human being because how often do we sit on our phones? I'm guilty. There's 24 hours in a day. Maybe I sit 22 hours a day on my phone, you know? So you do the math and you'll see what is more beneficial. And if you can throw like a VIP package out there, here's $100,000 to get one-on-one with me next Thursday, and people that follow you for years, they won't even hesitate and they'll buy that package. So it just makes sense to me. So I understand these girls. This is why I love them so much. I have like my top favorite girls I watch every day. And I noticed these girls are like, you can relate to them. It's like your favorite show. It's like when you watch Friends, every single episode for like 3 years in a row, like, or This Is Us, you know, you watch them so many times. You're like, oh my gosh, she's like my homie. She's my buddy. And like they're playing a character, but then that character becomes a real life. So it's like they come on set, they do their job, but they don't feel any different because that's just who they are. Same thing. It's like you're watching a show. Same thing. And it turns into a job, a lifestyle, and it's something you love. And do what you love and the money will follow, you know. So I admire these people because I do it for a living too, you know, like I do it for a living too. They make a living off of like 1 video a week. I made a living off of giving a lot of great service to a lot of people. They're just being themselves, and that's an add-on. A lot of things that they do is an add-on. They're just living their everyday life. So there's a lot of inspiration on that side for me, you know. So you don't necessarily have to show up. What I mean by showing up, you don't necessarily have to, like if you do everything all in one big combination, it's a really big success story, you know? Meaning like if you take every little success story from a lot of people and then you take what works for them and you make it work for you, it just works. It works like magic. I don't believe do one thing and one thing only. I believe in try everything and then take what works for you and make it stick, or take what sticks and make it work, you know? So this is why I've always been like in my 20s. I ran around everywhere. I tried everything. I was like, oh my God, just try everything. It's my playground. And I tried so many things, and whatever made sense, which was like the easiest and quickest, and it just kind of worked, I doubled down every single time. And then I was like, keep adding on, don't subtract, keep adding on, never subtract, don't subtract. Oh my God, don't subtract. Only subtract if you feel like it's a time waster, you know? And what is a time waster? It's like a bad product, a bad ebook, an event that you went to, you got nothing out of it, or a bad mastermind, or you don't feel like you're growing. Meaning like if you're around people that give nothing to you and you spend like 3 hours with them, like once a week, you're like, okay, I need another group. I need someone that challenges me, you know? So like things like that, I understand, throw them away. But I never believe in subtracting ever. I always say, keep adding on, keep adding on, keep adding on, you know? So it's just been a very bad 2 years because I was just trying to add on a lot of things and nothing was working. And I was like, that's stupid, because people believe in like one way or the highway. I'm like, no, I believe in everything is the life way, you know? You don't just do one thing for a living. Like people who work their 9-to-5 jobs. Oh, it's paying my bills. It's all I'm going to do. Come home and watch and bullshit my life through. Okay, cool beans. How about we keep adding on, get another job, do whatever, you know? And some idiots thought I needed another job. I was like, I already had a job. People just kept saying, go to work. I am working. Like, I don't understand. I was like, people were just throwing things at me. Go work at go wash the floors at like the janitor at McDonald's. Like, yeah, sure. I don't need a job. I was fine. So like there was just a lot of people throwing all these stupid ideas at me. I was like, I don't need a job. Who said I needed a job? Who said it I needed this or that? Like, why was it all thrown at me? I don't want to start another company. Because I have 3. I'm happy. Like I was just happy all around, you know? So I don't feel like my divorce was stupid. I don't know who thinks it was or whatever. I'm like, it was so stupid. Whatever. Over it. Whoever thought I needed another husband, I was like, you're stupid. Someone's like offering to give me babies. I'm like, I don't need a baby. I don't want a baby. Not the right time. Does it look like I'm ready to like be fertile at my parents' house? So stupid. Yes, you've all been following me. You know exactly what I'm talking about. I just sat around. I was like, none of anything I was offered was useful. Besides going to the doctors. I'm so happy I've been taking care of my health, been doing everything antioxidant based, but my gym got closed. So I don't have a sauna, which sucks. Sauna is like the gateway of living longer because it puts moisture on your skin and it takes out all the garbage out. So like I've always been a very big advocate for saunas. So I haven't been receiving my sauna nourishment, you know? It sucks. Because it's like right across the street. I'd walk across the street. I would do my 1 hour cycling and then my 7 minutes of arms. And then I would go for an hour and detox in my sauna. And then I would come home and shower and that'd be like 3 hours of galore per day. But they're bankrupt. That sucks. So, and then I found a red light therapy as well. There's a red light therapy and then there's like a sauna cocoon. It's $50. No, $75 per month just for 30 minutes of cocoon and 30 minutes of light therapy. My gym was only like $25, which sucks per month. So no thanks. Yeah, overall, what else? What else can you catch you guys up on? Not a whole lot. You all know everything and not a lot going on. I wish there was a lot more to talk about. Yeah, I'm just selling everything and trying to revamp what I've always been doing. I like to add on things. I told you guys I came back from traveling. I was going to create a whole blog. I was going to do a blog of how-tos around the world with all the content. Like I think I had like 350 gigs in my Sony. I was going to do how-to in Hong Kong, how-to in Shanghai, how-tos in St. Petersburg, how-tos in Spain, how-tos in Bali, Thailand, and like how to get a supplier, how to get your employees going, how to go to all these different events and things. I was going to do like all these different how-tos online, how to be raw vegan around the world, how to plan Airbnbs, travel, transportation, how to get the cheapest airplane flights, how to stay active and up and running and how to be healthy and just all kinds of things. I was going to do like all of that. And how to start a company, how to wake up at 5 a.m. in the morning, how to be super productive all day, and how to stay fly all day, how to go to events and meet people, how to be talkative, how to be yourself. It's called Shake It Off or take an improv class. Just be yourself. They do the most embarrassing things to you. You just have to swallow your pride. You're like, okay, okay, I'll be a chicken dancing on top of the table. They make you feel like you are free in your own skin and you don't have to worry about anything. It's very important to have, but you still have to be very classy. You still have to be very like polite. You still have to be a girl or a woman, you know, but you still have to be super approachable. So I was going to do like how-tos and like different types of ways, you know what I mean? And how to be like, how to stick to your faith in a very world, you know, because we still want to like live our lives and be expressive and like career based. But then how do you stay like a very like classy girl in the world, you know, instead of being trash, you know? So like there's a lot of different ways to how to be approachable and like all these DIYs I wanted to do and all these how-tos. So stick around for those. They're going to be coming around anyway. I've just been giving myself some time. And then a lot of courses. I have a lot of girls that I follow. They're so phenomenal. They do templates, they do ebooks, they do planners, giveaways, events and concerts, and like all these really cool products. And they help moms, and they give away stuff, all these giveaways, and so many things that has to do online. Now we're in a 2020 world. You can just open up your laptop and you can make $1 million within a click. You know, it's not that hard. It's pretty simple. I've seen so many people do it with just a template that's costing people to purchase for $75. It took them maybe 24 hours to make. It's pure profit. And then all you have to do is learn how to market, you know, do the SEOs. So there's a lot of ways how to approach our beautiful lifestyles in different types of ways. There just shouldn't just be one way or the highways. I always believe do everything like J-Lo. J-Lo does everything. Like, what can J-Lo not do? If J-Lo can do it, I can do it. Exactly. That's the kind of mentality you should have. J-Lo can do it, I can do it. J-Lo everything. J-Lo should be like the plaster of 2020 nowadays, you know? She probably just has a really great team, you know? But my whole point is just keep adding on. And then after you add, subtract what doesn't work, you know? But just keep adding on. Add on everything. So that was my mojo. Because I remember I was about to get into Toros, Airbnbs, about to buy some properties, about to release like 3 courses, all kinds of cool things. So there's a lot of things happening. Got into Bitcoin, just like that, like a lot of things, so many great things. And my whole thing was just keep adding on, add on. Do not subtract. Delegate. Hire from a Philippine for $10 a day and like have them do everything, and like, you know, like delegate. If it's not working, delegate. Let's figure out another approach, you know. But delegation was a really big key. So there's a lot of things in my mind, but I always say just keep the camera rolling. What does that mean? Like, you have the camera rolling. This is why I love Gary Vee a lot, is because he has a camera rolling. From that video, he has a podcast. From that video, he has like a meme happening. From that, he has a Facebook, Instagram, Twitter post. Like, from that video, he has a product behind his back. From that video, it's like he has useful information. It's like from one video, he gets 10 different outlets, you know? This is why I always say camera rolling. This is why I love watching girls online. I always watch Zoe in the Fro. I watch, what's her name? Oh my God, I love her brows. Anyways, there's so many girls online that I watch. They keep the camera rolling, and you can get 10 useful things out of just one video. And that was like always my inspiration kind of a thing. I was like, just keep going, don't stop, just keep on adding on. So like from one video, she's promoting her lifestyle. She's just talking to, she's like 5 million followers. She's talking to 1 to 5, you know. But out of those 5 million followers, she's like, hey guys, today I worked on an ebook. It took me 10 hours. Oh my God, can somebody please help me? I messed up on this and this and this. I want to give you guys the best product in the world. I need an opinion. And she asked her 1 to 5 million, should I do a font that's green or purple or black? What do you guys think is going to catch more attention? And then she does a poll, and all of her 500,000 people just say black ink, you know, just like she can ask these people anything. And then she's like, hey, I'm trying to release a really cool product. What do you guys think of it? Should it be like an eyeliner or an eye cream, or should it be like the next scrunchie? And everyone says scrunchie, you know? And then dang, 1 to 5 million, she already has 100,000 buyers right there. So it's like 100,000 times $7.95, and she already made herself her million right there, you know? So like there's a lot of things you could do with just keeping the camera rolling. This is why I always have all my platforms on. This year has been difficult, but overall I've been really, really great because I had a really great base following. I have a lot of customers, calm children. I had a lot of children, a lot of customers, because you have to take care of them really, really like super, super delicate, you know? And because they're your customers. And I personally understood that word of mouth is like the biggest thing ever. So like buy one, get one free almost every time. If you're not happy, here's free everything. Don't even ask me twice. And so girls like that, they're very big inspiration because they just record day in and day out, 24 hours a day. It doesn't matter what she's doing, cooking, cleaning, organizing. She's doing her hair, her makeup, oh my God, I bought the stupidest eyeliner ever, but let me show you guys. She has no makeup on. She's trying on a new lingerie line. She's trying on new clothes. She went shopping. She's eating with her boyfriend. They're cooking something. The camera is always rolling, and she can get 10 outlets out of that one video. You know what I mean? She could release a podcast. Out of one of those 5 million people are going to listen to her because they're obsessed with her. It's like Kim Kardashian. People love the Kardashians. They'll listen to them for days. It's just one out of one videos, 10 different outlets. So that's how I see it. A lot of people don't see it the way I do, and it kind of makes me mad because I'm like, just keep it rolling. Don't stop, you know? Try on the new face mask. Laugh about it. Try the new vegan burger out, the Impossible Burger. What do you think about it? What do you think the world's going to come up to next? You know, like, give your thoughts, because your thoughts matter. Your word of mouth matters. Your speech, your gestures, your clothes, your fashion, your eyeliner, your hair. Oh my God. Like, you know, she inspired me to put in my extensions. I have my extensions in. The next girl next to me or whatever, she's going to be inspired by the extensions I have in, and then just the line keeps on going on, you know? So I always say keep the camera rolling, no matter where you are, in the car, getting ready, getting off an interview, a casting, a book read, a skill, a class, a dance off. You went gardening. Just keep the camera rolling, because people are always interested in what you're doing. If you feel like it's value or not value, just keep it rolling. Maybe at the very beginning, value is very important. People want to know like the how-tos, ins and outs, the DIYs of things. I get it. Like the first 100 videos are supposed to be so like, this is what I think. This is who she is. This is who Natalia is. This is who and where I'm going through and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Cool beans. Sure, people want to get to know you. Good for you. But like, they do. But like maybe the first 100 matter, or the first 5. But then anything, everything. Oh my God, never turn off the camera. Jesus. I always say whenever I like see these girls, I'm like, I sit there and listen to half the things she says in like, what, 25 minutes. I'm like, what is the one thing I got out of this video? Oh my God, I loved her shirt. It's like, what? But you know, and then she has like 1.9 million views. You know what I mean? So I always say, just keep the camera rolling. Don't ever stop. Whoever makes it stop is an idiot. When I see these girls, like, they just keep recording, they just keep going, something will click, you'll change your style, you'll change your mood, you'll change your clothes, you'll change your surrounding, but you never stop. I don't believe in like stopping. Don't, just keep going. I'm watching these girls. And like, they're just chilling with their boyfriends or their husbands. They do nothing all day. They'll probably get sponsored for a few things, but they don't have like a line going for them. They don't have like ebooks or books going for them. They don't have home goods. They don't have any like testing out foods or anything on their blogs. They're just talking like I'm talking right now, right? But they were like, she's like, yeah, I did this for 5 years. This is where I'm at in 5 years. I'm like, 5 years? That's inspiring. And she's like, yeah, all I did was just this. This is all I do. I have a camera rolling. I just love what I do. It makes it fun. People comment. I get to know people from around the world. She's like, it's funny because I put one video out there, I get like 100 comments. That's more people than I know in my lifetime. She's like, how? You know, she gets so inspired from that. And it just keeps going and going and going and going and going. She never stops. And that's very inspiring to me, because a human being could go to an event, which is cool. You can go into an event and you can only reach 50,000 people. I think, who was it? Taylor Swift, who got the most out of everybody, like 100,000 people. Of course, it's at an event, one event, right? I get it. And it will be sold or whatever, I get it. But you can do it every day. You can have that concert every day by doing what you love online. So I believe online is the future. Everything is online nowadays. Everybody's going to start working from home sooner or later. Everything's going to become virtual. Everything's going to be online. Everything. So when people still go to 9 to 5s and still make $10.95 per hour, I still don't know why. So I'm just still trying to figure that out. I just know everything is online now. You can flip something online. You can do anything online. It just takes your imagination. People create the craziest brands and things online. People do the stupidest things online, but they figure out how to go from A to B plus C and then plus D equals Z. Like, they understand how it works. they'll ask somebody that's done it before, hey, can you help me out? Let's get a cup of coffee. You know what I mean? So people will still figure it out, but I don't believe stopping is the right way to do it. Because in the last like year or two, I've just been hearing a lot of things, and I'm just like, that's not part of who I am. I'm the kind of person I'm like, okay, one thing worked. Let's keep that going. Let's keep that running. Cool. The base is running. Foundation is running. Okay, let's add on. Okay. Just like a lot of things made so much helpful sense to me, but like subtracting a husband, subtracting a lifestyle, subtracting companies, subtracting cars, subtracting the future houses I was going to buy, subtracting, and then nothing. You know, I don't believe in that. I believe on like, you're doing great. Okay, so what you did great, let's manufacture, let's organize it. Let's take away what doesn't work. Maybe out of like 75 products and the 7 different business gigs you were doing, how about we subtract 25 products and 3 business ideas, leave you with 50 products and 3 next best top things to do in the next 6 months. You know, like there's certain right approaches to things, but not destruction. I don't believe in that. I was just like, I don't know what just happened, but it was not the right way to do it. I don't know whose idea that was, whoever thought that was smart or whatever happened. I'm just careless at this point, but I just know what works. I know it works. And I'm not 18 again to be hungry for $100 photo shoot that's gonna like pay for my dinner that day. You know, like there's a lot of things I'm not interested in anymore because it doesn't make sense to me. I've done it before when I was 20, and I was like, okay, I've done like 50 photo shoots in 1 month at some point. Some paid $50, maybe some paid $100, but I literally sat there and counted everything up. Cool, I have a lookbook, fun, whatever, right? But if I do this again for the next 6 months, which will be fun, I did it a lot. And at some point I was like, man, I really need to get another job and I need to start a company because it's getting me nowhere, you know? And if I know people that have been doing like gigs, side gigs for like 14 years, they had 3 kids, got married. They're still bartenders at Hard Rock. I'm like, are you happy? Like, you know, try something else. No, I'm good. I like to like do some side gigs. I like to like audition for a few things left and right. Maybe something will spark. Sure. I'll be a bartender though. I'll work 10-hour days. I still have a family and mouths to feed and stuff. I'm like, cool beans. How about you try something else? How about you start your own gig? Throw your own parties, your own events, your own like film crew or whatever, right? No. People got so stuck to one thing, you know, and I was like, okay, and how old are you now? 45. Are you happy? Yeah, I came here when I was 29. Been here for 16 years. I'm like, did you get anywhere? I have the best reel ever. I'm like, cool. That's cool. Yeah, my wife is a model. I'm like, that's fun. Does she work? No, she's at home. She auditions left and I'm like, that's cool. How old is she? We're the same age. She's been here longer than I have. I'm like, that's fun. You want to try anything else? So like, I always feel like try everything, be the J-Lo, but just keep adding on, you know? So I've always added on a lot. I never stopped. I just don't like how everything was done. It wasn't pretty. I was just like, I sat around like, okay, what's next, God, you know? I'll have a glass of wine or something, I don't know. It wasn't, I don't know. I'm not blaming anybody. I'm just like mad because in my mind, I saw it super differently, especially when you're going through divorce. What divorce means, I don't even want to talk about it anymore. But anyway, so those were the things. Those were the next top things I wanted to do. I already got an eye cream, a toner spray, moisturizer, and a face cleanser. And those are my next 4 products I was going to release with a really phenomenal YouTube channel. YouTube, I did YouTube for a long time now. Some people getting in my way, but like I did YouTube for a very long time. My biggest inspiration for YouTube was I really wanted to be the person that tells people how to travel because everybody kept asking me, you know how many DMs I got per day when I was traveling? Like 10 to 20 DMs a day. How? What do you do? How was that? Was that yummy? Was that good? How did you stay at this Airbnb? Oh my God, the view, how much was that? How are you a vegan? And like, how are you finding to survive? Like, how did you get this discount at that Airbnb? How do you travel so much? How come you travel 2 to 3 times per month? Where are you getting that money? Like all kinds of questions. And I was just like, sure, oh my God, I'm an open book. Please ask me, oh my God, like about anything. And I would be like, if you have companies, you'll have to know how to spend your money on the side. If you have an Airbnb, you better be best friends with the next person you're going to go Airbnb with. And then leave with a really great positive attitude with a bottle on the table of like wine because you want to leave a great impression, like a nice review as well. And then how did you travel and like manage your business and like love life versus like traveling, And I was just like, sure. I'm like, oh my God, ask me away. Like, what do you do for a living? I'm like, I'll ask. I'm like, sure, I'll let you guys know. Like, how do you guys have nice cars? I'm like, we want to give them out for churros. And like, it's a lot of things. Like everything I wanted to do in my life was either sponsored or paid for itself. You know what I mean? I'm like, money's not being given to me. I made my money and I found ways to reinvest back. It was like a nice flow. It was like a circle. It just kept flowing and flowing, bigger. And then we started into compounding, investing. We got into like just a lot of fun things. We're on like the next path. Like I feel like the next 5 years were already set up in the most beautiful way. But then just shit hit the fan and I'm over. I'm divorced, happily divorced. Ask me how, who, what, when, where, and why, but it's over and done with. I'm over it. But like changing my last name in a week, I'm excited. That chapter is done and out. I don't care about that fucker. I'm over it. I don't care about his family either. I just don't understand, like, who thought it was a sick joke to talk about your ex-husband while you're going through divorce? Who's stupid enough to do that? I don't need a boyfriend or a baby, but I don't need my ex-husband. I don't know who thought that was a sick joke in there somewhere to do all that. Every day of my divorce. So when we're getting back together, I was like, really? Can I get a shotgun, please? So I can shut these fuckers up. That was my thought in my head every day. I'm like, who can I shoot today so they can stop talking about my ex-husband? You know what I mean? It was so stupid. I literally, every day of my divorce, I was like, you're trying to get rid of this man. And then, because he went to be a prostitute, there are men prostitutes out there. He went to like live his life, which is cool. I don't care. And like, he wanted to be a gigolo. Good for him. Or a baby daddy. I don't know what his dreams were. But like, I was like, there were people in my house that kept reminding me of him. And I was like, I'm over and done with forever ago. Like it's boring. Like go away, No, every day was a reminder. I was like, I'm not interested. It was like the sickest joke ever every day. It's like I'm sending off my divorce papers and the person on the right, it's like, so when are you guys getting back together? I'm like, what I could do psychologically to you? It fucks you up. Like who thinks that was a stupid, fun idea? I was like, that's so retarded. You get divorced not to get back together, obviously. So I was like, chapter closed, moving on. You want him, you got him. He's your prize now, not mine. Someone's trash is someone's treasure. He's not my treasure, So move on. You know what I mean? That's a really like sick subject. Every day I was like, okay, you want to call him? Call him. I called him for business purposes. Not for like, oh my God, patch up my heart all over again. No, those stitches are done. They've been pulled out and they healed. Move on. Go away. So like, that was like the sickest joke during my divorce. Anybody wants to know about my divorce, it was stupid. I can't wait to go one-on-one and like with people and just talk about my divorce. It was so stupid. Every day I was just like in shock of how retarded it was. But like, anywho, so whoever thinks like, oh my God, like stop, go away, shoo. Anywho, so divorce was really stupid. And then next, speaking, yeah. So that's life. What's next? Oh, and it's like let's talk about your ex-husband, and let's talk about getting you a job at Starbucks. I was like, I don't need a job at Starbucks. Whoever thought I needed a job at Starbucks is an idiot. Like, I don't need to go work at a warehouse in Amazon. I don't know why people think that's funny. It's not funny. It's not tempting. It's not interesting. I don't know, like, sometimes people's thought process to me, I was like, are you thinking straight? Like, why would you offer that to me, knowing what I've done for a living for the past 8 years? Why would I want to go work at Starbucks for $8 an hour for fun? So, like, nothing better to do? You know what I mean? She says, people are stupid. Over it. Anyways, so my next best thing was to record a video like these beautiful young ladies do, one a day. To an hour a day of anything. Oh my God, it just could be me putting on my makeup on every day. It could be the same thing every day for if I would release 365 videos in 1 year, that's what I would do every day. Not every Tuesday, not every Wednesday, just one a day. That was my goal. I did lives like these. See, like 1 hour a day, I do lives 1 hour a day on Facebook. That's like the highest algorithm, I get it. But I would do it on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook every day. But then I would record a YouTube video, like a nice high-end one where I can edit it for like an hour and just plaster it online. That's just base, yo, folks. You can't just sit at home all day and just like record of you sitting like this all day long. No, you have to do things. So like I would, if it was for me, this was my thought process. It wasn't working well because it drove me crazy. So I'd record my whole day on my Sony, meaning I'd wake up in the morning. Hi guys, it's 5:30 a.m. Stretch with me, work out with me, have a cup of coffee with me. Let's have breakfast together. And then after breakfast, let's go for an outdoorsy, let's get on the bus, go downtown to Seattle, see what the Pike Place Market has today, or go on a ferry ride, sell a few products, talk to you guys and my customers all at the same time. Just have the camera rolling all day. And then after that, go have lunch together, go to the gym together. After the gym, I'll show you guys my top 10 favorite cycling positions and all these things, you know. And then after that, after my workout at like 3 p.m., let's go to the sauna together. Oh my God, I'm sweaty. And then after the sauna, I'm gonna jump in the shower real quick, change, get in a cute little outfit, go with my girlfriends at 5 o'clock for a happy hour, have a cocktail. And then after a cocktail, go for a walk on Alki Beach or wherever, Santa Monica Beach. And then let's go window shopping. It's 9 p.m. Oh my God, so much time in one day. I'm just going to sit here and scroll through emails because I have things to catch up on for tomorrow. And do one of those every day for 365 days was my goal. When I think it was like beginning of like last year, I was like, I really wanted to do it. But I was like, okay, 1 hour live will substitute for like a really nice high-end video. I was like, either or, I need to be recording at least an hour a day. And that was my goal. And then I feel like in a year, then learn SEO really nicely, put the back end keywords and like start promoting, getting sponsorships, which is easy because you have to collab with them. You have to message them. Like I messaged so many people, like send me products. I'll put them online. And then hashtag promote them, tag them. They'll put on their Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter pages. And so you're everywhere. You know what I mean? There should never be an outlet where you're not everywhere. You know what I mean? Everywhere. Like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Google, like Jesus, like everywhere. Like you should be everywhere. On every website, everybody's blog post. There should not be an excuse that you're not everywhere. So that was like my thought process of all of that. And as well, recording is one thing. That's just basic for me. Recording is so easy because I love it. I don't find it hard to do. Like this is so much fun for me because I can sit here and I know I'm connecting with at least a minimum of like one person, you know, which is 100, and then it'll equal to 1,000 and then 1,000,000, and it just keeps going. You know what I mean? 1 second. But this is my thought process. It just makes sense. I don't know how people do it because you have 24 hours in the day. I mean, Beyonce does it, right? Yeah, I told people starting. So, anywho, I'm just saying life before my divorce was so much fun. And then people just started to fuck with it. And I was like, okay, are you happy? Because I'm not. It's not helping my bank account. Is it helping yours? I don't think so. So why are you here? Anywho, so does that make sense? Let me know if that makes sense to you. It makes perfect sense to me. Like, the moment I started drop shipping, I was 21. Okay, so I started drop shipping. I was like, oh my God, I need an online biz because I was working 3 jobs. I was working at a restaurant, a server, a second restaurant, bartender, and a retail. I think it was Guest by Marciano. I was a retail girl, sales. So much fun, by the way. So fun. I remember those days. I took a bus, an Uber, and a metro to go from ABC. It lasted for like a year. It was so fun. I was like, I need to get a capital. And then I was like, okay, this is a lot of work. I was going on casting, auditions, and things. And then I was like, I need an online gig so I can free up some time because I don't have enough time to do what I love, you know? And so I was like, I need to start drop shipping. So what that means for folks that don't know what that is, affiliates and drop shipping, what that means is I would get products from the manufacturer, not the manufacturer, the store. So there was a middleman involved, and then I got rid of the middleman. So drop shipping, I would contact a store like Sears, like Gooseberry. Hey guys, hi Gooseberry, can I sell your products on my website? And what is your wholesale product price? So they probably buy like a t-shirt or like a bra. I'll give you guys like the basics. They'll buy a bra for like 50 cents. And then they sell online for $95, right? And then I come in, I'm like, hi guys, can I please sell this on my website? I want to be your wholesaler. Like, sure. I'm like, what is your bottom price? They would say $50. So if you would sell anything, we'll give you like $5 on top of that, you know? And so like there was an incentive on top of that, you know? And I was like, okay, let me try that. So I would sell Halloween party. I would sell like intimate, like clothes, like lingerie. And then I would sell like Halloween products, Halloween costumes, you know what I mean? So it's like bras and underwear on one website, and then I would sell Halloween costumes on another website. And that was my drop shipping business for like 3 months. And I was like, okay, let me try to promote it. It was okay. And I was like, let me get into affiliate marketing. So I was like, okay, affiliate means you put Gooseberry and like Madwell and like all these like Alexander Wangs on your website. And if people would click on it, you would make like 50 cents per click because it leads to a different website. So like you're the middleman between these guys. So you're trying to like promote people for your website. So I did drop shipping, affiliate marketing. I was like, shoot, it's not going as well as I planned. Let me try something else. And then I made an ebook, made 3 ebooks. And then I would put them online at landing pages. And I tried to promote them. I was like, man, this is not working. And then that was the 3rd biz idea. And then the 4th biz idea was, what did I do? The 4th biz idea was, I wanted to open a coffee shop, a juice bar. My friend wanted to invest $10,000, and then I was like, okay, I'll find ways to get $10,000. We'll invest into like a juice bar. That didn't plan out. And then, so the 6th one was creating your own children's songs and books, songs on like iTunes. And I remember we were trying to write them, me and my friend Kara. We were trying to write children's songs and have the boys sing it. And it never got to my ex-husband, but it got to her boyfriend, and he was trying to sing. It got really funny, and the idea just went down the drain real fast. Like, okay, that's not going to work. So then I was like, okay, we need to try something else. And then, long story short, we got into like the product line biz and failed a few times and succeeded. And I was like, man, I kept saying online, online, online. I need to free up my time. I'm talking to 1-to-1 right now. I need 1-to-1,000,000 real fast. And I think around like 22, we just kind of hit the rock. I mean, we hit the hill. We hit it so fast because I was like, something's not working, something's not clicking. I'm trying really hard, getting nowhere real fast. It's like, it's not working. And then I was like, and then it just worked, you know, and that was my goal around all that. I was like, just keep trying, do everything. Like, people are stupid to just stick to 9 to 5. My cousin, I just visited her for her 30th birthday, y'all. 30 years old. That's not a joke. I was like, 20s is your playground. You play, like, you try everything. Oh my God, you go crazy, you try everything. But then you should have a plan by the time you're 30, I feel like, you know? And so, like, and she was working at her job for 10 years. She went to her like company party, and for the 35th anniversary, she got like a $500 like gift card to go to Hawaii. And she was like, I'm out of there. That's her anniversary present for 35 years of working in the company. She's like, damn, Natalia, I'm in the wrong industry. I'm like, of course you are, honey girl. I'm actually quite shocked you don't ask me for help, but I'm like, I'm over it. I don't care. Like, I mean, I care, but I'm like, I'm not there to babysit you. Like, just ask me if you want any help. You know what I mean? And I love to ask questions. I'm usually the one, like, I always ask so many questions. This past year doesn't matter. I'm over this year, but like the last years were such baloney. But like, overall, I'm like, if I need help, I run and ask for help. You know what I mean? I just feel like I didn't receive the right help that I needed. Or it doesn't matter anymore. Besides health related stuff, I mentally wasn't sane in the last 2 years, and like, that was a problem, you know. I'm brushing my extensions because I haven't worn them in forever. I think the last time I wore them was for Valentine's Day. They're so pretty, don't you think? Hi. Long story short, so yeah, I was like, online. What was my inspiration? I'm trying to think of my inspiration for online. Who was my inspiration? Being 21 in LA. I'm trying to think. I really wanted to be in commercials. I really wanted to do acting, but I didn't have enough time for it because I literally just, not that I didn't have enough time for it, it just wasn't going so fast. It was just taking so much time. I did so many free gigs. I was like, cool, that's awesome, that's great. And I just kept doing so many free stuff, like 12-hour days, and I would get paid nothing. And I was like, man, I took acting class for 2 years. I took commercial classes, improv, and I took writing skills memorization classes. I took theater. I took vocal lessons. I was on stage for 20 years and like embarrassed the shit out of me. I'll still dance like a chicken on top of a table. Like, there was just so many things I took, and just to kind of feel comfortable in your own skin. You don't want to feel uncomfortable when you're in front of like a group of people, and then like these multi-millionaires, masterminds. I was standing in front of like $100 to $500 million men. Like, they would make that per month, and they're such awesome people, you know. And they're like, hey, Natalia. I was like, hi, how are you? Like, we're so cool. Like, we're so cool next to each other. And it's like, I need my folks here to have a yoga session. Can you please? I'm like, oh my God, of course. And like, it's not like it came out of like, I hired you. No, I was like, hey, like, as a friend, of course. Oh my God, let's all have fun. We did jumping jacks for like 50 people and stuff like that, you know? Just a very fun environment. And we all want to feel homey. We don't want to feel like we're not belittling anybody. We're not making people feel like shit. And people that are up on the high pedestal, they don't want to feel like they're on the high pedestal. They want to feel very down to earth. And that just made it feel so homey. And that's what I was not necessarily trained, but that's just how I felt going around in my 20s, you know? And then, of course, we go all through seasons. I get it, you know? But, like, we still have to treat people with a lot of respect, you know? Especially when we're in public. Oh, my God, you know? Like, one-on-one at home, you can, like, hit your head against the wall if you're going insane. I get it. Ask for doctors for help. But when you're in public in front of people and like actually presenting yourself, you're leaving a first impression on somebody, you still have to be very respectful. So going back to what I'm saying is that this is what I mean by trying everything, you know? Make a fool of yourself if you have to. Trust me, when you're going to be 65 playing golf with your loved ones and you have like mini grandchildren running around, and at some point you're going to pull out a cigar that's from Cuba, freshly rolled for you, somebody just cut it up, and you have a glass of like whiskey, you're sitting there with your loved ones and your buddies. And what is the one thing you remember when you were 23 years old? Oh my God. I'll never forget. My coach had me do X, Y, and Z. I did it. And tomorrow I had to perform. I accidentally tripped, fell flat on my face, broke a tooth. Oh my God. Where's your tooth? Kind of a scenario. But it's funny, you know what I mean? I always like come down to these. This is why it's good to like make an embarrassment fool of yourself sometimes, you know? But it's good to always, it's just good to be yourself, you know? This is why I always say just be yourself no matter where and what you're going through. And even if life doesn't make sense to you, I get it. But I feel like there should be a purpose. Like Tony Robbins always says, life happens for you, not to you. And I get it. But there's still things in your life, they have to make sense to you. You know, like we're all humans. We like to know why our water is clear. We have to know the molecules and like the science behind the water. And like we have to, because we're human beings. We're all very curious human beings. You know what I mean? It's like a child, you know? So coming back to what I'm saying is try everything, do everything, be the J-Lo. This is why I love J-Lo and a few other girls. It's because they're a really great example of what it is to try it all and just keep going with a very respectful manner. Not the gross manner, not the shitty manner, but like with respect, you know? I personally believe that a lot because treat people how you want to be treated, you know? And would you recommend something like this to your daughter or to your wife or to your sister? Oh my God, to your grandma, you know? Like, would you recommend that, you know? And first impressions matter, but it's not how you make them look, but it's how you make them feel. It's not how you look, it's how you make people feel when you leave. That's how important it is, y'all. It's very important. I'm saying y'all because there is an air fryer in my house. Y'all, we're not from Alabama, y'all. We're not from Louisiana or Mississippi. Geez Louise, Tallahassee. You know, y'all. Funny. We're Georgia, Atlanta. We're North and South Carolina. Oh my God, where are we from? I just thought it was funny. My brother bought an air fryer home today, and I'm still laughing. I was like, well, you could have bought a new vacuum cleaner. Jesus, we've been waiting for one for a very long time, you know. I'm still laughing, y'all. I'm still laughing. I kind of want to go back to Arizona. I had so much fun in Arizona. I'm really bored in Seattle. Not my place. I'm noticing the longer I'm staying here, I'm like, it's not my place. It's not. It's not my place. And I'm like not even joking right now. Maybe it's a good thing I'm realizing it now. It's like really not my place. Oh, this hair is expired by Ashley. Oh, that's another girl I follow, Ashley. Not Ashley Tisdale. There's another girl named Ashley. She's like a Zara. I think she's like a Zara ambassador, I swear. She only wears Zara. Kind of wish she wore more brands, but she only wears Zara. She's cute. She's pretty. She's like a size -10. And she's super short. She just got married. And she probably is the brand ambassador for Zara, I swear. She only wears Zara. Always just like pretty, cute, super, super pretty girl. But she does her hair like this all the time. So this hair today, not only from Zoe, but from Ashley. She has like wavy hair. She makes it super slick on the front. Super long. You know what I mean? Super cute, right? Cute. I think so too. I need to get used to long hair. It's really pretty. We gotta think. Pretty. Cute. I don't know if I want it like this. It's cute. I kind of like it on the side. It's actually really pretty. Just not used to long hair or like the heaviness of it, you know what I mean? Overall, I'm just grateful for everything. I'm grateful to be alive. If you all know my story last year, I'm not proud of it. I don't talk about it anymore. If you've seen, I've not been on YouTube doing live sessions a long time because every single time I go on live, I tell you guys exactly how I feel today. And a lot of it's been the same, nothing new, nothing interesting. I just wish things were a little bit more differently. But in my mind, a lot of things made sense until they didn't, you know? Because I went looking for help in the right places and I did not get the right treatment. And I'm very mad about that. So it's not how the cookie should crumble. Because we're human beings. And I always say, treat people the way you want to be treated. You should not be treating people with shit. Kind of relationship, kind of way. And someone thought it was so funny to treat people like shit in return for a favor. Is an idiot. So long story short, yeah, so Zoe, she does absolutely nothing all day and I love her. She actually is the best decorator in the world. I love watching her. Something about her is so memorizing, you know, if I get that word right. Super cute. Her and her man, super cute. Super, super duper cute. And then they do like sponsorships for other brands and things. They eat pizza all day. I'm still trying to figure out this whole thing pizza thing. Does anybody know? Like I always Google everything, but like what is up with like this whole like algorithm in the world that's pizza, pasta, cheese. Pizza, pasta, cheese, nothing else. People get fat off this shit and it does nothing for your heart. It's just pizza, pasta, cheese. Definitely not vegan, not healthy for you. And I'm like, gross. There's no meditation, a big F you in the face, and nothing beneficiary, anything out of it. I'm like, I don't see a purpose behind it at all. A lot of damage, and it just sucks. I'm watching this happen. I'm just like, how? You know what I mean? We're in 2020 nowadays. Algorithms should change. People are vegan. Should we change the world into like cauliflower crusts and vegan cheese and get yourself a kale smoothie today? Pop your spirulina pills and go on a hike yesterday. You know, like it's always just been like pizza, pasta, cheese. It was so gross. I was watching it all happen. And I was like, I don't eat cheese. I don't eat pizza. Ew, I hate pasta. I don't even eat zucchini pasta. I'll have like a tablespoon of peanut butter maybe and a glass of wine. That's how all my Californian girls do it nowadays. We all love our kale smoothies, glass of wine, and raw plant-based everything and hiking. That's a true girl for you. Whatever I've been seeing, it's like, I don't know what year they live in and how they find that healthy. It's not healthy for you. It doesn't help your gut. It does nothing to your brain. It damages it more often and you actually turn more blonde, you know? But I was like, it didn't add any kind of like benefits to me whatsoever, you know? So overall, I was just like, I don't get it. I don't understand. I've just been sitting around thinking about it all. I'm like, I don't get it. It's been so annoying. But what's next? You know what I mean? I don't get it. I still don't understand. You know what I mean? I don't get it. For the love of Jesus Christ. I say Jesus Christ, you know why? Because all my Christian girlfriends will pack me up. All of them are married. All of them have some kind of a godly like mindset. They're all very pure. There's no trash in there whatsoever. And I'm just trying to figure out, like, I believe God gives us all kinds of different like tribulations in life But you still have to ask why. You know what I mean? I always say that, you know what I mean? I always say, like, what are some like tribulations in life that God has to offer sometimes that offer some kind of a beneficiary to you, beneficiary, oh my God, benefits for you, you know what I mean? And like certain situations, I sit around and I watch everything happen and I'm always just like, what is the benefit out of this? What is the solution or the cause of this whole scenario? You know what I mean? Because none of it has done anything more than less than give me 5 popped tires when I never get a popped tire, dents in my car, scratched rims that I didn't do, lost a lot of things and a peace of mind. And my question is the purpose of it all, you know? What is it all for? Because at the end of the day, you sit down, it's like the end of 2020, and this has been going since 2017. And I just sat around, I was like, karma's a bitch, and whoever thinks this is really fun is an idiot. And what is the point of it all? I just sat there, I was like, what is going on? And why was there a divorce in between of it all? So much damage, destruction, and there is no point of it anything, you know? So I'm just going back to my normal routine, and a lot of it all just made no sense to me till this day. So I'm just kind of chilling like a villain, doing absolutely nothing. Because it all makes sense to me. I don't know, like, I just like, I don't get it. It was funny because I was walking up to my model friends and I was like, hey, I want to get back to being, so when I moved back to LA, I really wanted to get back into like my normal like life, you know, because I went traveling for 4 years and I get back to my life. And I was like, I wanted to just get back into like my, because I have had businesses, I have a company. I mean, I have companies and I have a life. So I have 3 additional incomes coming in, and I had 2 classes booked, a personal trainer. And I was like, okay, let me get back into like the entertainment things, you know? And I started asking around for like agencies and stuff, getting back into like modeling, photography. And it's so easy to find a photographer nowadays. Videographers are so easy. Like they're like next door neighbors, you know what I mean? Or like the next Starbucks clerk. They're everybody could be a photographer, you know? Anybody. Just have to have a different eye. And just tag all kinds of different brands, Rag & Bone, Alexander Wang, and like, what is this? Like Gucci and like Topshop and like Gooseberry, you know, like just to tag everybody. And all of a sudden you appear on everybody's pages on Instagram. So like you're already so exposed in 2020. There's nowhere to hide. I mean, good luck cheating. You know what I mean? So like you're so exposed. You're working 24 hours. You're a walking sponsorship 24 hours a day. And so I feel like there shouldn't be an excuse for you not being like, for not working. So people ask me like, are you working every day? You are working every day, you know? So I was asking my girlfriends, like, who are you signed with? Who are you signed with? Who's your manager? Who is your like boss? Who is your, like, not boss, excuse me, like who is your partner in crime? Like who's helping you find gigs? What is your percentage? Usually they get like what, 10% or something? Like Kris Jenner, the mall manager, you know what I mean? Or you can be your own manager, it doesn't matter. You can find your own gigs. They're so easy to find, they're all online. But now like the high end producers, directors, they all want to be they only want to be like, they all want to know who you're being sponsored by, you know? So I get it. Like who are you signed with? I don't know why they still do that. Stupid. Like I've heard it a lot. Whenever I went to auditions, like who are you signed with? I'm like, okay. I don't know why they still do that. It doesn't matter. How's the talent? Or maybe it's just like, I think the reason why they do that is because the trust behind these companies, you know, it's like, who do you work for? Microsoft. Oh, okay. Who do you work for? Oh, some company across the street. So I think it's just big names, which is stupid. Not everybody can work for Microsoft, you know, not everybody can work for Apple, not everybody can work for Amazon, you know. So like I get it, but like look at Rosie. She got signed from like a local next door agency. And then she appeared on Mad Max, you know, like how does that happen? You know, I think it's funny. So like you don't have to be sponsored or like the next Willoughby or like the IMGs and like Kate Moss kind of an agency. You don't have to do that. You just have to have a really nice PR management and nice agency that's going to work their asses for you because they do get 10%. I mean, like if I was an agency and I'm like so effing good at what I do, I would never stop. Especially if you guys are like a really good team, you know? That's so fun because like if you have a really nice talent, like Zoe, for instance, she's pretty, she's cute, she has a nice following. Give her anything, she'll improv the way out of it. Give her a talk show, she'll do her best. Give her an idea to explore, she'll explore. And she needs to host a party, she will make it super flipping beautiful. Like, you just have to have a really nice talent, a great peace of mind, an awesome collaboration, and a great teamwork ethic, you know? So, like, there are certain things in a collaboration that work really, really well. So I feel like the Kardashians. I'll say the Kardashians because they're really easy, like, example, because their mom, she's a mom manager, mom manager, but she's a bitch too, you know? So she's like, I need you to work. I know you're like PMSing and you're pregnant and like you're 50 pounds overweight and you don't have your extensions in, but please put on your face. I have an agent coming in for you for doing a little sponsorship for the next real big thing for Nordstrom yesterday, or the biggest thing for solar eclipse of last China's giveaway. You know, like it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? So like, I need you to put your face on, you know? And these girls will do it because she knows the work ethic of her children. She knows Kim is going to get up and do her thing. She knows Kylie is going to get up and do her thing because she's the momager and she's a bitch. It's like, I don't care how you feel, get your ass up. And she knows she's making 10%. You know what I mean? So it's just cute to watch. And it's just so good to watch, you know? It's so good to watch. And this is why I say keep the camera rolling. Keep it rolling, girl. You look ugly. You feel ugly. You look great. You look so fucking sexy. You're dying. You're giving labor. You're like breaking up, making up, whatever it is. You have the camera rolling, you know? And I get it. I'm on the same page. I've had the camera rolling for a very long time. But my only problem was just people were getting in my way. And it wasn't nice. My head is still hurting. I went to see doctors. I got a CT scan. I have a few more other like really important doctor appointments, like x-rays. I have ultrasounds coming up, and I have blood work and like all these samples and shit because I don't feel good. And I'm a raw vegan, and raw vegans, I think I'll die from like over sun exposure. You know what I mean? Like I sometimes think like, what is the worst possible like death for like a plant-based raw vegan? I mean, she's healthy as fuck. She like has nothing wrong with her. Like, what would be the death of a perfect raw vegan? Skin cancer? Even though she'd be so overprotective for skin. Like, I see these spots and I'm like, oh my God, I have anxiety attacks. Maybe like a shark eating her? What could it be? She probably doesn't drive. Just kidding. I love driving, but like, what could it be? Not a car accident. That'd be a little bit too cheesy, but like a plane falling. Like, it has to be something so ironic for a raw plant-based, like Nikki Reed. Anybody follow Nikki Reed? I love her to death. Oh my God, I love her so much. She's like a plant-based, I think she's like a fruitarian, planetarian, or like sun, breathe me on the sun, I'll feed off the sun kind of a natarian, you know? She's so beautiful. She's so healthy. She's a pure yoga guru. And I'm sure she sits around there and she like observes life on a very like magic mushroom kind of like thought process. And she just kind of stares at everything. She's like, whoa. I'm observing from a 7D at this point, not 5D, but a 7D kind of like, you know. She's like, what's the next evolution of life? I mean, Elon Musk has it all figured out nowadays. Oh my God. Sometimes I wonder, like, what do these people think? She's like, how am I going to die? She's like, I probably will never die. We are all evaporation of the next beautiful planet and galaxy in the world. You know, like, just it's funny. You know what I mean? So I always sometimes like wonder, you know, like not like wonder, but I'm just like, what is the next best thing in life, you know? So I don't like how my divorce went. It's still kind of like a very bad, like the scratch of my back of my throat, kind of like sickening, you know? I didn't have a good divorce, but like I'm over it. I just don't like how people were getting in my way and like consistently telling me to go become a janitor at McDonald's. And I was like, I don't need a job. And it was just like frustrating me. I was just like, I don't need a job. No, yes, Anita. And like, just, I'm over it, you know? Like, some things were so unnecessary because it has nothing to do with me. Like, I ended up in like the most stupidest scenarios ever. And I'm like, well, what am I doing here? I'm like, I'm observing it from like a 5D stamp. I'm like, what am I doing here? And this is why I started getting rude. I'm like, just get out of my way. But now what, you know? You know? Anyone listening, like, now what? You know what I mean? Stupid, trust me.
Sure.
Definitely, like, don't, like, go back to church. What about church, you know? Church isn't going to pay my bills, you know? What else? But you know what I mean? Just not, because I was going in the right direction and someone had so much fun doing the whole demolish destruction for fun because hurry up, get in my bedroom. And that's not how we should live in America. Some dude literally was trying to get me into his bedroom. He wanted to like chain me up and shit. I was like, whoa. I was like, wrong girl. You picked a girl that's been a little bit of everywhere and you're not fucking with a 13-year-old. Just move on. It was really bad. It was so bad. I was like, ooh. But anyways. So yeah, I was trying to get back into like the whole entertainment biz thing because I had everything. And I was just like, okay, what's the next thing to do? What do I love, you know? And I was like, okay, I'm making money. I'm happy. I had my husband. I'm more. I'm changing my last name in a few days. I'm happy about it. Because I don't believe men should be treated. I don't believe men should treat women that kind of a way. And if they do, they don't get second chances because it might happen again. So I don't believe in that. I've seen it happen a lot. And I'm not the advocate because if you break the trust once, good luck getting it back. You know? Because I feel like if I would cheat on another man, besides getting Solange, but like if I would ever cheat on another man, and if I would stay with my husband and he would know about it, I'd probably do it again. Yeah. Because you just know you have your trust. Like, oops, I did it again. Oh, if I tell him again, oh, it won't matter. He already knows. You know, like, I feel like in our minds as human beings, when we break our trust once, you'll end up doing it again. And the longer and the more you do it, you are just like prone. It just becomes numb. It's like, oh, it happened. Oh, well, you know. But when there's trust, it's different. So I feel like if a man fucks up once, it's like good luck getting it back again, you know? So I don't believe that, you know? No thanks. I'm not the right person for that. I always watched around. I was like, if my ex-husband came back to me on his knees with flowers, Jesus Christ, whatever, that would never happen. He's not that kind of a man. He would never cook for me, whatever, or take me out to dinner. I planned everything. And if he'd be here on his knees with flowers in his hands begging me, I would say no, because trust is broken. And try getting it back again. Miss nobody. It's funny, right? We like to lift you up to bring you back down. What a horrible algorithm. But my whole thought process behind it is, if he would ever come back and do that, try having sex with him again. It'd be the sickest thing you'll ever do. Ew. Because here you have like the strongest love ever for 12 years. I've known this guy since I was 16. For 12 years. Yeah. And then your trust is broken, left and right, ups and downs, up and all over the place. And then comes back, oops, I made a mistake. It's actually not that interesting out there. Well, duh. It took you that long to figure out, like, turn off the light, it all feels the same. Like, duh. You know what I mean? Idiots, I swear. Men are stupid sometimes. But you ruin it, because then the woman knows you're never going to be faithful ever again. You know? Try having sex with your wife all over again. You know? Okay, she's pretty. We make fun jokes out of pretty girls. Did you forget about that? You know what we would do, like, in Europe? We walk around, and I'd be like, man, American girls are so ugly. Ew. And damn, like, I would walk into, like, an European bar, and I'd be like, whoa. They're so beautiful, so tiny. They're all sizes 0. They all have extensions in. They're dressed up so beautifully, and they're so gorgeous. They smile. They're cute. I don't know about their personality, but, like, they're beautiful to look at. I'm like, and some girls have big butts, small butts, big boobs, small boobs, tall, short. It doesn't matter. They're all very beautiful. I'm like, isn't she a really cute eye candy? Yeah. Cool. Are you satisfied? Did you have your piece of, like, Skittles Snickers bar? Yeah. Okay, let's keep moving. Because men are very observant. I get it. You know what I mean? We know they're very observant. They like to look. But 5 minutes later, you know what happens? They're bored. They want a different kind of a look. They want a different shape, different shoes, different kind of a hair, different eyesight. Oh my God, look at her lips. Look at her legs. Oh my God. Men get bored real fast. But you know what they stay next to? They stand to loyalty. They stand next to respect. They stand next to someone, or, like, usually it's their wives or their girlfriends that love and cherish them. But every man loves an eye candy. But just to look at, you know what I mean? But if it goes any further than that, then it just gets gross, sickening. Then it just becomes a mental thing, and then it becomes a disease, you know? And I don't know, I was married for 10 years. We would make fun of it all the time, because I was like, you happy? He's like, yeah. I'm like, well, let's keep moving. And in Europe was like the best Europe was like the best place. Like Europe, like Russia, and like Barcelona, and like France, Italy, you know. And just observing everything. It was just so funny when we were observing. He was observing. I was just like, of course you're observing. You're a man. I get it. Are you done? Of course you're done. You're going to keep moving. But you know what you're going to stick next to? You know what you're going to stick next to. The woman that has your babies, loves you, respects you. God, oh my God, is around you 24 hours a day. She'll listen to you. She'll give you her honest support, opinion. She'll be there because she's a godly wife or not. Up to you, whatever you decide. But I know what men stick around to, you know. So seasons like this are sometimes shocking to me, because people stick around for 50 years. Let's say they have a mess up in their marriage, or like whatever, you know. They get back together, but then they realize one thing. He says, yeah, I had fun. God, oh my God, it tasted like Skittles every day. Now I never want to have a Skittles bar ever again. Of course. It got all the way up here. It's like up to your throat and you're done. Men are very funny. But marriage is never the same, you know. All these women say it's not the same. She's like, I just love him too much. I'm like, okay. But I just feel like if a woman loves a man, not for me though. I find it so sickening. So whenever people kept mentioning my ex-husbands, and I'm like, Ew. I don't think he even loved me that much enough. Like, if we talk about marriage, he didn't love me that much enough because then it's like a princess. I had to do everything myself. Usually men are like very like, babe, don't worry about it. I'll bring it to you, or like, let's go out or let's do whatever, you know? But mine wasn't like that. Mine was just more of like, let's see what happens next. Okay, who just made an appointment to Crossroads? I did. Who just made an appointment to the movies? I did. Like, you know what I mean? So that's just why, like, if I have like a second chance, I wouldn't go for it. You know, like, if you have a second chance, if someone says, hey, you have a second chance, would you ever go back? I analyzed it. It hurt because it hurts. Love hurts. Because it's hard to find unconditional love. Katy Perry knows. It's hard to find unconditional love, but when you do, you want to suck the juices out of it and give it your all. And when you're giving 100%, you want to get 100% in return, you know? I understand with this whole like individualism of like, make sure he's an individualist and you're individual. You guys come together as full, whole human beings. I get it, but not when you're 17. You know what I mean? When someone told me that like yesterday, I was like, cool. But I was 17. I grew up with this man. You grew up with your father. He's your like ideal man. You're the daughter's little princess. But imagine giving away your daughter's little when you're 17. It's not your fault. So you grow up with one man and you're handed off to another man. So like you end up growing up with this man. And then imagine all that being broken. It's like your father dies tomorrow. It's the same feeling. It's like a part of you is gone. You know what I mean? And that's where I'm like, sometimes people tell me the stupidest things ever. And I'm like, okay, but my experience was like this. Everything was broken, you know? And then if you would have a second chance, I would say no way, because it can happen again. I'd rather have that whole experience with someone else, you know? Maybe because we're older, it'll be different. But that person should have known how I felt, because I went from a really healthy family to a really healthy relationship when I was 17. You know what I mean? So my point of view of that, when like going from 17, being married up to like 12 years down the road, and then it all being cut off randomly for fun, and then getting back together is not something I want to do. If I had a second opinion, if he's dead, cool beans, I'm happy. But if he's around there blustering around like a little fairy dust mother to like some women, oh, here, let me give you some Louis Vuitton, blah, 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 cool beans. Does that make you happy for 5 minutes? I mean, 30 seconds, cool beans. I don't care. But like, I just personally feel like there are some right things and there are some wrong things. And my personal opinion about that is no thanks. And your stupid mentors, I wish I got my money back. It's my money too. I worked my ass off. And it brought me nothing but disaster. They know their names. Bald, hairy, and long motherfuckers. I don't care. But my whole point is, with this whole spiel, girls, men's an idiot if he breaks up with you, if you guys have been together for 10 years since you were 17, 18, 19, 20, because they should know you as a wife, after your dad to your husband is like glue. But if you're married at 30 to 40 years old, then it's different kind of a marriage, you know? It's different. But men that are married from that age, it's a completely different marriage. And if a man doesn't understand that it's his fault, I personally don't care. But like, they're never going to find another woman like you. Good luck finding someone that's going to love you, cherish you, hold you, and put up with your bullshit. You know, like my father is still pretty lucky with my mom, because she literally takes shit every day. Tomorrow he gets divorced with her. He's never going to find another 19-year-old girl that's going to put up with his bullshit. She'd be like, you're not happy? Bye. You have diabetes? Bye. You are sick? Bye. You don't have a job? Bye. We can't go out to dinner. Oh my God, let me go find someone else, you know? Like, once you don't have your sweetheart anymore, good luck. They're hard to find. Try finding another 17-year-old. Try it. Or your puppy love or your first marriage. It's never going to happen. Because the second marriage, the third, the fourth, and it's never the same because you know you're going to have an alternative, you know? This is why divorce rates are so high up. Didn't Bill Gates say once, I can have many, but I choose to have one? Seriously, I'm not even joking. Sometimes like watch and listen to this stuff and I'm always just like, you know, like I have my personal opinion. This is why I'm online. I always say like, yes, I did get married when I was 17. Yes, there's a big difference when you go from your dad's to your husband's. There's a big difference. Oh my God. Because you are in it to die with him, in it to win it. You're going to work through everything. But when a man tells you, fuck off, I don't want you anymore, you piece of shit, you're like, okay, that's not how I want to be treated, so bye. It's easy to say no, girls. It hurts, whatever it is, but you should not be in a toxic relationship. When a man chooses, you know what my husband told me, my ex? When I'm in my deathbed at 95 years old, I don't want to lay there and say, man, I regret for not having that one girl named Ashley at the bar at Hard Rock Hotel when I was 35 years old because she was so cute. Damn, I wanted to flip her over on that bar table and fuck her brains out. That's what he told me. And I was like, really? Go do it. Bye. And that was it. Just that conversation made me so sick. And I was like, I did not know men think like that. And then you know what happens next? He has her. He calls her. He fucks her brains out for 30 seconds. 36 seconds. And it was satisfying for 3 days. Okay, so I'm going to go have a burger now. And then it goes away. It's a feeling. It's a thought. It's an emotion. They come and go. But what about that respect, that love? Who's going to have your babies? Who's going to respect you? And like, you know, men don't think about that. They think about pure in the moment. I want to fuck her right now. Oh my God. Oh my God. That's all I want. And then they do. And then nothing. Yeah, go home empty handed. They go home to nothing. Trust me, a lot of my girlfriends, all they say the same thing. And men that cheated on their wives or girlfriends before, they know exactly what I mean. They say the same thing. They always say like, yeah, I made a mistake. I accidentally slept with Ashley. I've been with this girl for 7 years and oops. I come home to her. I tell her everything. We have a big fight. She can't trust me where I can see our love was never the same. And he's like, my bad. I should have known never. I never did it again. And they've been together for 5 more years. And they still have problems because men need to grow up. Trust me, it's only a feeling. It's an emotion. Turn off the lights. It's all the same. Men want like what? Some kind of erotic kind of exposure of like a wig and a little lap dance. Oh my God, create the best relationship ever with your wife and girlfriend. She'll do all that for you. Trust me, it's so fun. Oh my God. But make sure you guys have the same, like, whatever. You know what I mean? So, stupid people. Anyways, that's my spiel on that. I have a lot to say about that, but I like to keep it on the down low at the moment, not the right moment. But like overall, divorce was really stupid. I'm not proud of it. I don't even wish on my worst enemy. It was so stupid. Didn't get me anywhere. I'm just happy to be healthy, safe, and alive. I still think my doctors are lying to me, and I still think that I should have been elsewhere a long time ago. I don't like how I was treated. And I believe treat people the way you want to be treated. I was not treated fairly during my divorce. And karma's a bitch. I only have good karma coming my way. People like to fuck women up for fun. I don't know what that means in America. But all I know is that women are supposed to be treated with respect all year round, not just for a season. And if we're Christian, we should add Christian-like. And I do believe people with good morals in their backgrounds treat people differently, you know? Just like how I've been treated. Because I would never do that. I've been treating my children, my customers, so well. My babies, minions, whatever you call them, so well. I just don't understand the season I call divorce. I was just like sitting around, I was like, oh my God, what did I do to deserve something so shitty like this? Literally. I like sat there, like evaluated my whole life. I put everything on the fucking pedestal. I was like, what did I do in my life to deserve such shit treatment? It was so stupid. Now what, you know? I want you to be the next American top model. Come and audition 10 years in a row and let's see if you'll make it. And I was like, okay, if I was 19, you know, you know what I mean? I just sat there, I was like, if I was 18 years old and someone said, oh my God, come audition for me for the next America's Top Model or the next American Idol or the next Top Chef, if I was 18, I would have been like on my knees praying to Jesus Christ, oh my God, you know. But now I'm just like, that doesn't seem realistic, you know. I'm not 18, you know. Doesn't seem interesting. And things that made sense to me are already in order, and it shouldn't be that hard, you know. I think everybody should learn or take a few classes to be the next smart marketer. I think the next generation should all learn how to do SEO and Google and things. And I think the next generation should learn how to code. The next generation should learn how to make a living online. I think the next generation should learn how to make money online. And I think the next generation should be all entrepreneurs, an awoken human being kind of a standpoint. And the next generation should not depend on anybody. And the next generation should not be brainwashed, you know? You know what brainwash is? Someone telling you how to live on their own terms. That's brainwash. Brainwash. And it sucked so bad. I literally watched it all happen. I was like, brainwash all the way. So bad. Oh my God. I just sat there. I'm like, who told you which side of the turnip to eat? Even Bob Proctor talks about this. Bob Proctor's always like, I want to eat the back end. She's like, no, the front end. He's like, okay, who told you to eat the front end? The back end's the bad. No, the front is the bad. So who taught who which side of the turnip to eat and who's right? You know? Even Bob Proctor talks about it. I'm like, well, if Bob Proctor tells you you were born rich, you were born rich. If Bob Proctor tells you the science of getting rich, then Bob Proctor teaches you the science of getting rich. If the Bob Proctor tells you about the secret, then you listen to the secret. If Bob Proctor says which side of the turnip is right and wrong, you listen to Bob Proctor because he has it all figured out, you know? So I'm just like, I don't know what people are listening to. They literally have not read Think and Grow Rich, you know? And I was like, what are the 6 top emotions in the world that are the most high vibrational in the world? Number 1 is money. If people are promised money, they will do anything. Number 2 is sex. Number 3 is fame. Number 4 is music. Number 5 is relationships. And it goes on and on. And it's family. And then it goes down to whatever. But the top 3 is money, sex, fame, music. Top 4. Number 5 is relationships, and then family. People should know this. Read the book. I've read it a zillion times. It's like the Bible of the 2020s. You promise somebody $1, they go nuts. You promise somebody a record deal, they go nuts. You promise somebody some, I don't know, on stage kind of a performance, they go nuts. people promise somebody like, oh my God, there's a girl next door. She wants you so bad. She thinks you're so fucking sexy. He goes nuts. His blue balls drop. Oh my God, he's vomiting because he can't hold it in. And that's the way the cookie crumbles. Read the book. I've read it so many times. I was like, what is going on? There's something fishy in my life and it's driving me crazy. And you just see what emotion drives a human being. And I sat around. I was like, I've tried a lot of things. Fame is very interesting, though. If you don't suck my cock, you won't get famous. And I was just like, whoa. Harvey Weinstein kind of a lifestyle. Who wants that? You know, when I went to auditions in Hollywood, I went to a handful, a lot of them actually. And it was funny. A lot of my girlfriends, I've asked all my girlfriends. I actually took out some girls to just breakfast and dinner and lunch. I took out girlfriends and I always ask them about their story. Like, how do they go into auditions and stuff like that? Like, oh yeah, I just walk in, walk out. It takes 2 seconds. I wait in line for 2 hours. I in and out. They just need to see your face. The more they see your face, the more you're likely to get a chance. Blah, blah, blah. I get it. But there are some girls that said there's guys that invite you into their homes, into their apartments, into studios. They lock the doors. I had this happen to me a few times. I went to a studio, this Asian kid. I did a photo shoot with him. He was trying so hard to get me naked. I was like, hey man, I'm married. I know. Cool. Okay, can you try this on? It was like a half naked shirt. I was like, I know, cool beans. It was a sheer top. I'm like, cool beans. Just kept going. Lights were turning off and off and off and off. People leaving. And then at some point I went to the bathroom. It was like 10 p.m. After like 5-6 hour session, started like at 2 p.m. And I was just like, okay, cool beans. It just never stopped. And I was like, okay, we were right on like La Brea in Hollywood. And I was like, okay, I got my things and I left out the back door. Cause like, there was just a point. He was like pretty cool guy. And I was like, whatever. A lot of my girlfriends shot with him. And then after that, I called my girlfriend like, hey, is this normal? She's like, I think he likes you. I was like, bye. He's like, I know you're married. He's like, you're married for 7 years. Hi. I was like, bye. I disappeared so fast with flying colors. I was like, whoa, I was driving home. Like, babe, I'm scared. I'm coming home. I came home. I gave my husband a really big hug and I was scared for the love of Jesus Christ. And I told him a story. He's like, I wonder how the pictures turned out. I'm like, I know they're going to turn out fine. But his reaction, his way of like doing everything, I was just like, whoa, so redonkulous. But he seemed to have a very fun time because he was just like, I know you're married. I like that. I was like, okay. And I was doing all kinds of cool things on the photo shoot because I love that kind of stuff. I think the thing about being married and like doing anything that has to do with entertainment or like modeling, your husbands don't support you very much because they don't like you to like look a certain type of way in front of a photographer, you know? So whenever I did like bikini shoots or like anything on the beach or in the desert, I would always be yelled at because it would be a problem. You know what I mean? And so at some point that just kind of stopped. But long story short, I came home. I was terrified. I was like, another man is trying to undress me. Another man is trying to like expose me. Another man is trying to turn off the lights and close the doors. I know it might sound like a little childish to you guys, but it's actually pretty true. And I think I was like 23 at that point, and he was just like, I know. And I was like, okay, bye. But it was just funny, you know? It was just funny all around. It was very funny to just kind of observe and just kind of experience the whole thing. And it was just funny to like go through the motions of just like being young, you know? Because I was like very airhead. Like I was just like, yes, oh my God. I came to LA when I was 20 and I was there for like 10 years and actually more than that, I mean, less than that. But like I came there when I was 20 and I tried everything. I was like went on all auditions, everything that was ever offered. I was my own agent and then I found an agent and then I had like 2 managers at some point. I created a whole lookbook. I have more pictures just all over the Google or wherever they kept them. They have them on their hard drives, wherever. Like I've seen so many people because I was just like, I'm in the land of just so much fun, and I would try everything. And every teacher I ever had, I would annoy the shit out of them, and I would bomb every audition. I was like, I'd walk out of every audition just laughing. I was like, I did it! I'm so happy! And like every girl that would be sitting in the audition line, I'd give them high five. Like, was it easy? I'm like, oh my god, it's so easy. But it was hard because like it's not even about like what you say, it's how you look. And if they look at you and they're like, whoa, because they want you to feel like the way I'm talking to you guys right now, this is how they want you to be. Like if they're talking to you and they have the camera rolling, it's like you have like an intense scene or whatever, you're crying in front of them, but you're being so natural as if they know you. They want to feel very relatable. They don't want to feel like a disconnection, you know. There should be no disconnection. If the camera is on or off, they want you to be the same, you know. And like I've done so many of those. I would bomb so many, and then some of them I would be very happy about, and I'd walk out of there crying or laughing, but you stand around for so many hours. But this is why I kept saying I need another gig. I was like, I need something that makes money while I sleep. So I'm sleeping, I wake up, I have a paycheck, I'm on my feet auditioning all day, and I make a paycheck. I'm not worried about money because number one, money is the highest form of emotion in the world. If you have that taken care of, location, sex, which is marriage, and then number 4 is fame, which you're working for, and number 5 is music if you're in the music industry, or recording videos is music as well. So like if you're in the music world, you are already successful, you know? So just keep going. You know, I always say just keep going. No, don't let anything stop you. Like people are just like retarded to think there's only one form. No, do you know that models, actors, any entertainment person, they're working their ass off for 12-hour days to make $100? People are stupid not to know that. I'm like, do you know how much work this takes? It might be even for free, but they have to work 3 times harder. This is what I'm saying. Make money online, make money while you sleep, and do everything else for fun, because then it comes out of your heart. It's not coming out of your asshole, you know? Because sometimes we're auditioning, and you're reading the lines, you're trying so hard, it's coming out of your asshole, it's bleeding, because you know you have to make a paycheck and you don't get the gig, but you stood in line for 1 day out of 7 days and you made 0 money because you stood there all day. That's why I kept telling all my friends, what do you do for a living? I'm a bartender. What do you do I'm a server. What do you do for a living? I work, I'm an assistant. I'm like, okay, get online, make money while you sleep, and then go audition, go be an entertainer for your heart, for fun. That's what you love to do. You'll do 10 times better. Oh my God, you're going to do 100 times better. Get on YouTube. Get a business going, get a podcast, get an ebook, get a book out there, do whatever it takes to be a webinar, get a coach, a host, whatever, get money online, and then do the most amazing thing in the world. It's called being yourself. And when you're yourself, which is right now, you're yourself, you'll make a living off of being yourself, which is the 4th biggest thing. If that's what you want, is fame. It's called your heart's desires, your dreams, because people are stupid enough to do stupid things. They become like strippers and shit because they need to make a living, because I want to be an actor, and then they go be the Magic Mike, and then when they're the Magic Mike, they go be a gigolo for a living for like 2 days out of the week. They make $1,000 per night, and then they're auditioning the whole week, but then they feel like shit. That's not a living. Excuse me. But like, you know what I mean? That's why I said it worked for me. I kept saying, just keep going. Oh my God. There's so many outlets out there. Jesus Christ. And then for some reason, some people, I'm like, you don't know. You're not Hailey Bieber. You're not Justin Bieber. You're not J-Lo. You are not Jessica Alba. Even though, like, do you have a family that's going to support you, pay your bills, and pay, I don't know, for your food? Like, do you have a family like that? If you do, you're blessed, but that's very rare to find. I mean, that's really rare to find, you know? Very rare to find. Good luck. Even though it may be a Christian household, but if you're not a Christian household, get out of my house. You're 18 years old. Jesus Christ, go to school, go get a college scholarship. I don't care. Buzz off, you know. A lot of Americans do that, not in Russian households. Our Russian families, they keep you till you get married, you know? But like a lot of American households, they're like, stay home. You're mine. You're my child. I mean, excuse me, a lot of American household, you're 18. Bye, Felicia. But a Russian household, you're 35, you're not married, you can stay. But like, you know what I mean? It just is different. But my whole point around that is, this is long, but like, I'm just telling you guys how it is because personal experience, what I'm saying is, I know how hard it was. And I saw all of my girlfriends, they do this, they even start dating porn stars. They're like, oh my God, he's a porn star. He's fucking girls for a living. He comes home to me. He fucks me too. I hope he doesn't have STDs. How long have you been with for 5 years? Why? Well, I want to audition. I'm like, oh, okay. So she's trying to take care of herself. Do you understand? I have so many girlfriends that did that in LA. I was like, where are you down? Porn stars. Why? Well, he does it for a living. He wears a condom. It's required. It's on contract. I'm like, and? Does it make you feel good? She's like, I don't care. I have to make a living. I want to be the next Britney Spears, you know, like, oops, I did again. I'm like, okay, does it working for you? She's like, I'm trying. I audition 2 times a day. It's still not clicking. I'm going to take a coach in a class. I've been taking one for 5 years and nothing. I'm like, see, you're doing something wrong. So it happens in LA all the time. A lot of successful already made it in the industry, the A-list stars. They don't get it what people do. They don't get what people do in LA to stay in LA. It's so bad. I was in LA for God a while and I was just like, whoa. I'm like, okay, husband, how about we make money while we sleep so we can take classes, audition in the normal state of being versus like, ew. You know, like I've seen it all. Girls are strippers 2 times a week just so they can audition. Men are gigolos, or I mean, excuse me, they're magic mics for a living, trust me. And then there are some girls that are like bartenders and all kinds of stupid shit. Oh my God, I can name it all. But like, ew, 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 ew. I think the worst job that I don't know, like not the worst job. Like there's girls that do the stupidest things ever now, just like how? I was like, oh my God. But the thing is, I lived in a very pure family, like a very pure lifestyle. And I was married, I was happy. I was like, okay, I'm like, my sex is out of the way, my money is out of the way, my freedom of location's out of the way. My ex-husband used to be in music. He wasn't very he was passionate at the very beginning. Then he's just kind of up caring. It's his fault, not mine. And then fame. Fame is very tricky. Fame is a very interesting word. Fame is something that fame in what, you know? Like Kristen Bell. I've been hearing Kristen Bell a lot lately, and for instance, Kristen Bell, she has a really great story. Like she just kept going. Mila Kunis just kept going. That's why I kept saying, just keep going. Whatever, I'm like, try everything. Whatever sticks, keeps double down. Like just double down. Oh my God, you know, like just keep going. You know. But my long story short is, in Hollywood, everybody comes there to make it. And if they don't make it, they just stick around and they just take whatever, like the scraps of things, you know, they stay there for like 16, 20 years, just bartending a Hard Rock bar. It's funny, trust me. And long story short is they just stick around and they get nowhere. They do nothing and they are very mad and unhappy. But fame is very tricky, and I think famous people aren't happy. And then people that want to get famous do dirty things and sick things to be happy, but they're not happy people. And I hope they are. But my whole thing is behind this whole spiel is you have to know the top 7 emotions in the world that make people happy, because then you have to kind of relate off of that. And it's not that hard to become a model. It's not that hard to become anything you want to be, because like Ben Affleck and Matt Damon did it. They wrote a screenplay and Good Will Hunting. They got it produced or read by a top director or producer. You just have to have a really great screenplay. And it just takes a person. It's called the will of doing and being persistent, and it works, you know. I tried. I was successful until some people thought it was fun to have a girlfriend on the side for fun, you know. It sucks because it happens in Hollywood, you know, and it's very obvious. And it's stupid because they break up families. And 2 years later down the road, I'm still nowhere. Funny. Got me absolutely nowhere. And I paid maybe $300,000 in my lifetime for mentors. $300,000, you guys. I was at masterminds for 8 years. And out of these 8 years, I paid $300,000 for master coaches. They call themselves coaches. And I'm not blaming anybody. I'm just saying that, like, if you pay that much money, I think Tony Robbins takes $1 million per year for one person. I've paid a fraction of that. And this is where I'm at. And it sucks because virtual living is a way of going in 2020 nowadays. And I'm just mad that it gets this far to get nowhere real quick. So it just sucks, you know. But I know my next steps of living. I just don't like how it's been presented, you know. It's called life. This is why I keep telling, when people start telling me, like, go get a job, I don't need a job. Go do this, I don't want to. This is why I start getting rude. I'm saying, how old are we? I'm rude for a reason. I'm disrespectful for a reason, because when people invade your space for a very, very, very bad outcome, you know, just didn't get anywhere. I'm like, what day is that? It's already the end of 2020, you know. Anyways, I could have been auditioning. I could have been all over the place where I should have been, but I got into like bullshit situations and scenarios, and so someone's like circus game called a clown show. Is it the next Stephen King's It book? You know, phase number 4. It was just stupid. All of it was just so stupid. Like, oh, are you gay? Like, am I Miss Caitlyn Jenner? You know, they do this shit because they want to turn people transgender. You know, I watch it all happen. I'm like, why are we turning people gay? Why are we changing men into women? Why are we doing certain things? Because they want you to become the best version of yourself. What is that? Oh my God, a transgender. Someone made her or him believe that. Trust me. He probably had daddy issues. And because of his daddy issues, he became a transgender because somebody believed in him. Yes, that's how psychology works. I was like, I told my ex-husband, like, someone's talking to you. Someone's making you believe that. Don't listen. I kept saying, don't listen. Don't listen. I'm like, don't listen. That's my like family. Like, don't listen. Don't listen. Because someone is making you believe something. And the thing is, we lift you high to bring you down. That's how it works. That's how psychology works. And I was just like, whoa. This is why I was just like, I could have had another ex-husband in the last year. I could have got married and divorced just like Kim Kardashian within 72 days. Had a baby from a dude I don't know. Probably would have hated myself a little bit more after that. And I would have been in a scenario that I didn't like, or a household where I would have been much more toxic than mine. Anything could have happened so fast because it takes one person to make you believe that. And this is why we should all be independent. So kudos to you. Love you. I'm about to go. And ciao. And hey, girl, hey, love yourself a little bit more, because we are strong, independent women. And that's called you, yourself. Just look at yourself in the mirror a little bit more. Bye. Ciao. Stupid.